So hello friends, welcome to my lecture on the subject computer algorithms, and currently I am preparing the video for first chapter, that is introduction to algorithm, and the topic is performance measurement part 1, and here we are going to see the actual practical complexities. So friends, here we are going to discuss about how does each function grows, and as n grows. Along with that, we are going to see some practical times of each function, as well as we are going to see some chart representation of the graphical representation of how does the function grows, each of the function grows. So let us start with the practical complexity. Before moving ahead, I would like to request you all to subscribe my channel, and if you find that this is useful, then share this particular video to your students and your friends. So here the first part, dear friends, is the practical complexity. How does the complexities grows? We have seen all these types of complexities. So we have seen about the log n complexity, we have seen about the n complexity, we have seen about n log n, n square, n cube, 2 raised to n, 3 raised to n, and n factorial. If you will see here, so initially as n grows from 1 to 12, this is growth of n from 1 to 12. How does the log n grows? So this log n will remain 4 up to n is equal to 16. At n is equal to 16, this will become 4, this will remain 4 up to n is equal to 16, and at n is equal to 17, this will become 5. So it is log n to the base 2. Okay, so the base over here is 2, it is not 10. And how you can find out this log n to the base 2 is if you are making use of your logarithm table and all. So in that case, what you can do is log n to the base 2 can be found out by using log n to the base 10 divided by log 2 to the base 10. So this is the way how you can find out the log to the base 2. So now here this is the growth of n, and you can see that the log n is the smallest growing function, then n is the next smallest growing function. As n grows, you can see how does the n log n is growing, and you can see here 3, 5, then here it is 4, 8, then 5, 12, n is equal to 5, and log n is equal to, it is not 2 exactly, it is 2 point something. So that's the result, that otherwise you would have got 2 into 5, 10. But here it is, I am taking only the integral part, but here is log of 5 is more than 2 point something, and for that purpose it is becoming 12, it becomes 16, it becomes 20, and so on. So here I am writing it 3, I am only considering the integer part of it. I am not I am not displayed here the fractional part of it, and that fractional part when multiplied by 7, it gives raised to the result as 20. So that's the thing. So 8 3s are 24, 9 3s are 29, so it is 3 point something, and this is very much near to 3. It is not a 3, but it is something 2 point something, because for 8 you should get 3. So the log here is 2 point something, this is also 2 point something. I am sorry for this small mistake. And as this log n, so this is how log n grows. Up to 12, log n is 43, n square, so log 12 is 144. About n cube, log 12, so 12 cube is 1728, and you can go on seeing that how these functions are improving. Now here you can see that this function is growing. Initially 2 raised to n is growing less than means is growing not faster than n cube. So here this is 8, this is 4, this is 27, this is 8. So everywhere this is the n cube is less than 2 raised to n. But once you reach 11, what happens is the reverse takes place. That means you can say that for n is greater than or equal to 11, 2 raised to n is always greater than n cube. So this is very important. Okay. Similarly, we can compare n square and n 2 raised to n. So here it is 1, here it is 2, here it is 4, 9, 8. So here the growth is higher as compared to 2 raised to n. But after 4, you can see these two values. This is growing very much quickly. The 2 raised to n is growing very much quickly. Again, 3 raised to n is going to grow more than 2 raised to n. And also you can see the n factorial. So n factorial is the fastest growing function whose complexity is n raised to n. So you can see here, initially 3 raised to n is remaining larger than n factorial, but after n is equal to 7, these particular values are growing very much faster. The n factorial is going very much faster. So, these are the values. So these are the practical complexities up to 32. Now here is up to 32. I am taken some random values. Okay, after 12, 16 is there, 32 is there, and you can see how much is the difference between these two functions. How much is the difference between n square and 2 raised to n? You can see n cube and 2 raised to n. I have not considered the n factorial because we should avoid considering the algorithms, implementing the algorithms whose complexities are n factorial. Always avoid. Okay, for that purpose we should go for some AI based algorithms. So even many times 2 raised to n complexity case algorithms are also become very much slower. So here also we should go for some AI based technique, and that is not the part of our content that we are discussing currently. So moving ahead is practical complexity. Now here I have drawn a graph for many of the functions. So there is log n, there is n, there is n log n. The growth function is for all, but what is happening is n factorial is growing very much quickly after 8. So that's the reason that you can see only this function. You can see only this particular function, and we cannot analyze how these other functions are growing. Actually here there are eight functions are constructed, but after 11 this function is, since this function is going very much quickly, so that's why we are unable to see the all remaining functions. So what we will do, let us so here the fastest growing function here is this one, that is n factorial. So what we will do is, let us try to delete this one and let us try to see how other functions are growing as compared to others. So here we can see that when I delete n factorial, at that time we can see that the other function whose growth is highest is now 2 raised to n. So here you can see 2 raised to n. So this color, this is 2 raised to n, this is 2 raised to n. So up to n is equal to 10, we have seen previously, up to n is equal to 10, what happens is n cube is greater than 2 raised to n, but after this what happens is 2 raised to n, so takes the speed and it grows very much faster than n cube. So now again here we are able to study these two functions only. We are not able to study about these remaining functions because they are growing in very slow manner as compared to others. So let us try to delete 2 raised to n function and let us try to see. Now it is 2 raised to n I have removed from here, and this is n cube. Now the fastest growing function is n cube. Okay, and all other functions are here. Remaining functions are, the growth of remaining functions is very much slow, but the growth of this n square is going to be very much faster than n log n, and growth of n log n is going to be faster than n. So let us try to see, and let us try to delete the function n cube from this, and let us see the property of n square. So n square is going in this way. So you can see you can observe the difference between these two functions now. So n square is going very much quicker than n log n, and this n log n is growing very much quicker than log n. And this this is n, and this is log n. This is log n. The slowest growing function is log n. So let us delete n square from here and let us see what happens with the three functions. So with these three functions, what we can find is over here, and this is the point wherein the n log n becomes greater than the function n, and this is 2. At 2 it becomes greater than that function. So these are the different properties of different growth. How does the different algorithm grows is very much important. So let us move ahead and let us try to find out, considering if there are some algorithms whose complexities are n, and for the problem size of n, how much time they are taking. So an algorithm whose time complexity is n, for example, so n time complexity are linear search, then insertion search in a best case. So insertion sort in the best case only, that is n. Okay, so all the algorithms whose complexity is n, for the problem size 10, they are taking 1 microsecond, which is not countable at all, which is very much less. And you can find that for 1000 it is 1 microsecond. Now how much is 1 microsecond? Is 1 into 10 raised to minus 6 seconds, and it is a 10 raised to minus 6th part of second. Okay, and it is, you cannot identify. Even 100 microsecond is 100 into 10 raised to minus 6 seconds. 100 into 10 raised to minus 6 seconds, which is also very much fast. Okay, 1 millisecond is 1 into 10 raised to minus 3. 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 seconds, and it is the 1000th part of a second. So the growth cannot be observed here. Okay, but if you'll see here for the n log n, what we can find is it starts from 0.03 microseconds, but it grows, and somewhere here at 10 raised to 6, that is 1 followed by 6 zeros. For this particular problem size, it takes 19.92 milliseconds. Even 19.92 milliseconds is also very small, so it is 19.92, around 20 milliseconds. So 20 milliseconds is 20 into 10 raised to minus 3 seconds. That is also 1000 part of 20 multiplied by 1000 part of a second. Whenever the growth is n square, at that time it is 16.67 minutes. Now it is not milliseconds, it's minutes. So for n square with 10 raised to 6 problem size, the time required is 16.67 minutes. So you can observe here, you can observe the time. 10 seconds for 10 raised to 5. 100 milliseconds, this is very much small. So it is 1/10 of a second. This is 1/10 of a second. Okay. Then if you observe executing a program with complexity n cube, what you can find is for 100, for a size of 100 it is taking 1 millisecond, and for the size of 1000 it is taking 1 second. Okay, and the growth can be observed over here. So for the problem size of 31, for the problem size of 10 raised to 6, it may take 37 years. For the complexity n raised to 4, the growth is very much higher. So with 10 raised to 6 years, the time required to solve the problem is in terms of years. 2 raised to n with 1000. So 2 raised to n, traveling salesperson is a problem on 2 raised to n. Its complexity is 2 raised to n. So if you consider 1000 cities solving that problem to find out the shortest path of find out the shortest move from the source location to source location by passing through all 1000 cities will take you 32 into 10 raised to 283 years. So this is in terms of years, and maybe we will not live, even it may happen that the earth is not going to live for this period. Okay, so in these cases, wherever I told you, wherever such type of cases are there, you should go for artificial intelligence based solutions. Okay, moving ahead. So this is done. This is things that we wanted to discuss here. So here we have completed the 8th session, and next lecture is profiling tools, which is already I have put onto the YouTube, and the link of this can be found out in this description channel of description link of this particular video. So with this I thank you, and if you find, again I request you that if you find this is a work, then what you can do is you can share this one to your friends. Thank you.